Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing, well, you can't tell because I finished the can of it, but it's L'Air du Desert Marocain. I got it as a sample among an order I made recently. I had to try it because everyone is frothing at the mouth. They have been since 2005, frothing in the mouth. Oh, it's a masterpiece, tower masterpiece. So I had to get my nose on it to see for myself. I understood it was kind of a Middle Eastern Oriental. It's inspired by, in Morocco, the Saharan desert at night. So you can kind of brace yourself that you're going to be getting some heavy Middle Eastern power in this. And that's exactly what I got. The notes of this are amber, coriander, wood, vetiver, cumin, there's flowers, there's some wood, patchouli, lavender, and just oak moss, things like that. So it's a whole mix of things, and it's a very busy and a very complex scent. When I first smelled it, interestingly, I don't know if I've read about anyone noticing this, but I got a date scent for like 5 to 6 seconds as soon as it opened, and then it left. And then it was there, but it was like kind of in the back, but it just hit me like the first thing that came to my mind was date. And the only other fragrance I've really smelled date in was Zoologist Camel. I like Camel, but it was, we're not going to get into it. But anyways, the date scent was what I picked up in this. That, along with the amber, are really only the sweet elements to this fragrance. This is not a sweet fragrance. This is kind of a spicy fragrance. This isn't like a nose-burning spicy, but it's kind of what you expect from the Middle Eastern, a lot of coriander and just kind of like a spice cabinet smell going on. The amber is not rich. It's not sweet. It's just kind of, I don't want to say a bland amber because I don't want to insult it, but it is like among the blander ambers I've smelled. I was not impressed with that. Spicy-wise, it was nice. It was, it's just well-rounded spice, the coriander and everything, the cumin. You know it if you smelled it before. Very spice cabinety is what I would describe it as. I'm looking in the notes. There's nothing even indicating a date in there. I'm not hallucinating it. I smelled a date. But, and it remained in there to my nose for the rest of the fragrance. I apologize. I'm just itching my eye, but it's a little itchy today. Allergies. There's some floral in there. It's kind of a soapy floral. If you smell Yves Saint Laurent Kouros, for all you Kouros lovers out there, I picked up a very similar floral. It's kind of a white and soapy floral. It, of course, doesn't have Kouros' sweet honey or the gigantic mound of civet, but this is animalic. I did pick up some animalic in here. The proper politically correct word would be fecal. That's the kind of animalic. So you've got kind of the civet, the kind of pissy, and then you've got kind of the musky deer pod, and then you kind of have the hyrax, hyraceum kind of fecal note. And that's what I picked up in here, and I've smelled that most strongly in Zoologist Hyrax. Probably my least favorite zoologist, and probably a lot of people, it's an acquired taste, I suppose. I definitely picked up a fecal note in here. I'll stop saying that word so much. But it is animalic in that sense. So people who are scared by that, I know that scares a lot of people. The animalic musky word scares people in the fragrance community. It's challenging. It's there. I also picked that up right after the date. But there's some woods in there. Woods is a stretch to me, at least. I think it was a lot of vetiver. There was some wood, but it's ambiguous wood. They say birch. I didn't specifically pick that up. If it is there, that's just in the amalgamation of woods. There's nothing strikingly woody besides the vetiver. I picked up some of the patchouli. It's kind of a dirty, skanky patchouli. I wasn't expecting kind of the sweeter, greener patchouli. The amber, yeah, I was kind of let down by the amber. Definitely, I love amber. Amber's a note I really like, and I know people are going to flame me for it, and I can't believe I'm bringing it up in this video. But as far as designer ambers go, Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum had a really good amber. I hate to say it better than this amber. This amber is really, I feel bad going into it like this because this is a fragrance a lot of people respect. I respect it too. The amber was just unbelievably disappointing in this. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I respect its composition. It is a very challenging. I don't mean challenging in a bad way. Challenging in a way that isn't appealing to me. So it is a complex, well done composition. But this is, for a serious fragrance enthusiast, and I don't think, they were going any other way than directing it to those people. I consider myself a fragrance enthusiast, and I respect this, so I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm going to say it's not for me. And I like some Middle Eastern, but I prefer when they implement the sweeter notes, because I think there's some really interesting notes in the Middle Eastern Oriental genre that they could have implemented, but I understand what they were going for. Not every fragrance has to be sweet. I get that. I don't know. I'm still like, I keep bringing up the amber, but really, I was disappointing. Amber is like the main note according to the Fragrantica assessment, and it was like just astringent, not potent at all. Besides that, there's not a lot to say. The longevitity's average, everything average performance-wise. The fecal smell is going to stay longer than anything else. So if that turns you off, I'm just being honest here. I would not recommend this as a blind buy. This is an absolutely must sample before you go reaching for a bottle. Even the hardcore fragrance enthusiast, like, oh, I know what I'm getting myself into. No, you don't. So sample this first, because when I smelled it, I was not expecting it to smell like this. So when they say the desert, they mean everything that lives there. And that's what was in here. I'm glad I smelled it. I would like to smell Lone Star Memories, so I'm looking forward to that at some point. I haven't ruled off the brand just because there was one fragrance that wasn't exactly my taste. So I'm looking forward to that. Until next time, guys.